To enter the clique of big tech firms is perhaps a dream for many, but with that power comes a lot of controversies. Exhibit 1. Mark Zuckerberg. Meta has been mired in a plethora of controversies. From user data collection policies to security lapses in its social media apps, there's nothing that Zuckerberg hasn't received flack for.
37% of teenage girls between 13 and 15 were exposed to unwanted nudity in a week on Instagram. You knew about it. Who did you fire?
Senator, this is why we're building all
Who did you fire?
Tools. Senator, I don't think that's...
Who did you fire?
I'm not going to answer that.
Because you didn't fire anybody, right? You didn't take any significant action.
It's almost the same for Google's Sundar Pichai. Pichai continues to reel from a lawsuit filed against the company where the US accused the firm of monopolizing the search engine market. In the recent past, almost every big tech firm has come under the clutches of the US authorities. But there seems to be one quiet player in the market. We're talking about Microsoft's Satya Nadella. Unlike most big tech CEOs, Nadella's is not a name one would attach with controversies. He's a mild-mannered leader, and as Nadella completes a decade as Microsoft CEO, there's no better time to reflect upon his leadership. A 5'11" cricket-loving engineer from the Indian city of Hyderabad, Nadella is not the typical Ivy League grad. Nadella earned a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Mangalore University in India. He then went on to get a master's degree from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, followed by an MBA from the University of Chicago. In February 2014, Nadella replaced Steve Ballmer to take the helm at Microsoft. The Microsoft of February 2014 was a very different company. The software firm was mired in mediocrity. During Ballmer's 14 years at the top, the company's stock fell 30%. Back then, the company was squelched by Google. Its market cap was just over $300 billion. But now, a decade later, Microsoft's valuation has swelled tenfold to around $3 trillion. It recently overtook Apple to become the world's most valuable publicly traded company. Nadella has transformed Microsoft by leaps and bounds. He's widely praised across the tech industry for changing the narrative at Microsoft. Many tech industry analysts see the Microsoft he built as a powerhouse for the foreseeable future.
We're also looking for opportunities. There are other places. We are the search engine behind, the Kindle, and we serve Yahoo. You brought that up before, and AOL. And the Bing technology is instrumental to us in developing a lot of AI and machine learning capability that we monetize in many places.
Nadella is perhaps best known in the industry for pushing Microsoft deeper into cloud computing, that is, through its Azure platform. Originally announced in 2008, Microsoft's Azure was officially released in 2010. It offers a range of cloud services, such as computing analytics, storage, and networking. Under Nadella, Azure has grown to become one of the leading cloud computing platforms globally. Although it was started during Ballmer's years, many argue it is Nadella who brought Azure to life, transforming it from a research project to a deliverable product. And as of today, Microsoft says 95% of Fortune 500 companies rely on Azure for trusted cloud services. In its most recent quarter, Microsoft said Azure contributed to about 30% of the firm's revenue. And now, Nadella's recent bet is on artificial intelligence, or more specifically, OpenAI, the creator of the sensational ChatGPT.
We're bringing search grounding in Bing to ChatGPT. We are very excited about this. Yeah, you can clap. Look, ChatGPT is the most sort of fast-growing consumer app we've ever seen. And search grounding is a very key feature, right? So that all the information is current and grounded by what you have from the crawl and the index. And so it's fantastic to see that. We're excited to be able to, it's going to launch in ChatGPT Plus immediately and quickly coming even to the free tier. And this is just the start of what we plan to do with our partners in OpenAI.
In 2019, Microsoft invested $1 billion in OpenAI, but at that time it received no more attention than a basic fundraising round. That was until 2022. In November 2022, the San Francisco-based startup introduced ChatGPT, which went viral almost overnight. ChatGPT caused a paradigm shift in the tech industry because of its human-like responses to nearly any query. Today, AI is at the center of any tech offering, and to put it loosely, OpenAI was the trendsetter. As of today, no private company is hotter than OpenAI. And Microsoft's cumulative investment in the firm has reportedly risen to $13 billion. And as of December last year, OpenAI was seeking a valuation of at least $100 billion.
And as you can automate bigger and bigger chunks, it will free people to work at a higher and more creative level and just do more. So, we see computer programmers now that use these tools 2 or 3 times, sometimes much more than that, more productive than before. And then there's this question of, well, what happens when they're not 2 or 3 times more productive, but 20 or 30 times? And the answer, I think, is the world just gets more and better stuff.
Microsoft and OpenAI are one of the hottest power couples in the tech industry right now. Nadella's relations with OpenAI's founder Sam Altman has lately attracted a lot of gaze. Altman has called OpenAI's relationship with Microsoft as, quote-unquote, the best bromance in tech. But this bromance wasn't as overt until November last year. That was when a hullabaloo of events triggered Altman's ouster and comeback as OpenAI CEO, all within less than 5 days. On November 17th last year, OpenAI's board fired Altman abruptly. The board alleged that Altman wasn't being candid in his communications. More astonishingly, the decision was not discussed with Nadella, who owns a 49% stake in the company. After this fiasco, Nadella worked tirelessly to bring Altman back. 3 days later, on November 20th, Microsoft announced it had hired Altman to lead a new advanced AI research team. And the very next day, OpenAI was forced to reinstate Altman. A new board was also appointed. And interestingly, amidst all this debacle, Nadella managed to get Microsoft a seat on OpenAI's board. And that perhaps is a testament to his brilliance. Many say Satya Nadella taught the elephant how to dance. And the elephant here is Microsoft. It's not the typical rags to riches tale for Microsoft. It was already a mega company when Nadella took over. And it's not an easy task to reshape an organization of that scale. But he did it. And for that, Microsoft's metamorphosis under Nadella may go down as a lesson in history.